Okay. Yeah. A video that never happened. The beginning of a Zoom call that never happened isn't happening. Yay. This is it. This is everything. This is infinite potential, total abundance, infinite. This is wordless, but it is the words pointing to that which cannot be pointed to, which is the pointing. It's just stunning, absolutely stunning. And it's not even happening, it's singular, so it doesn't exist. No one exists. There is no one. There's just this. And this is everything appearing as faces on a screen. And it's quite literal, just faces on a screen without substance, without a story, nothing behind the eyes, nothing in the body, no rest of the body, just heads. It's so literal. It's so simple, so ordinary. Just this. And this is infinite potential. This is everything arising as this. It's empty, but it appears full. And you can call it anything. It's nameless, but is all the names. You are God dreaming this. You are God's imagination. And that is one immutable energy, just boundless, free, wild, can appear as anything. And is not really happening. Just like the imagination. It's not real. It's not really happening. It's just appearing, like the dream at night where it's just appearing to happen and there's no one controlling it, no one doing it, no one in it. It's just happening. And it's amazing. It's amazing. It's just ideas, stories, information in the infinite imagination. And there isn't even an inside or outside or any dimension, time, or space. It's just, I mean, it's just energy that can't be created or destroyed, has no beginning, no end, eternal, can never die, was never born. Just this. I mean, this just appeared. And it's disappearing as it's appearing, just like these words. It's empty, appearing full, not really happening. So it's almost like it's a clean slate every moment without a moment because there's no time. Just an infinite clean slate. And nothing happened before this. You never had a life. You never had a thought, never had a fear, never did anything, which is total freedom. And it's also can appear as a death or a loss of a story that never happened, which is actually not even a loss. And this boundless energy can appear as anything. It can appear as appearing real by resisting what is or rejecting what's appearing to happen, which can make it appear real. But even that, no one is doing. Even that is just spontaneous information arising as resistance, and no one's doing that. And even that is already free. Even that is already one boundless energy, God imagining or God dreaming this as And there's no plan, there's no intention, there's no cause, there's no effect, there's no purpose, there's no meaning. So it's just can appear playful for no reason. No one needs to wake up from the dream of separation. There isn't even separation. Even the sensation of separation is not separate. So it is wholeness appearing as the sensation of separation. And what is anything, or what is appearance without the senses? Nothing. The appearance is this, the senses. The senses are energy. Like solid is the sense of touch, which is emptiness appearing as touch. And through the senses, that which cannot be seen or known appears to be sensed or felt. So just like imagining if you were the only one in the world, you wouldn't know yourself. You wouldn't know what you were. You're unknown. And there wouldn't be a world. There's only one, so there can't be anything else. Can't be anything. There's only one, so nothing exists. It's nothing appearing as this, which is still nothing. And apparently through the appearance of sensations, or the sensations appearing as something, nothing can be felt or sensed, but still not known, because you can't know, because you are the unknown. You are God, you are everything, which is nothing, which is formless, appearing as everything, which is not even happening, not real, not substantial. And you can call it anything, call it absolute, infinite, God, consciousness, whatever you want to call it. It's all the names. It's even saying what you're having for dinner tonight. That's it. It's everything. And I wanted to touch on the ordinariness, which is extraordinary. It's almost like the relative seeing itself as the absolute. And it's like, oh my God, this is literally it. Just sitting in a chair, looking at a screen. This is it. This is everything. Oh my God, this is what I was looking for. It's amazing, because this is the absolute relative, the relative absolute. So that which can't be known or can't be seen appearing as everything is everything. So is moving the hand, is moving the lips, the eyes opening and closing, the sound of the voice is everything. So can't explain it, it's indescribable, but it is the describing. It's wordless, but is the words. So it's like screaming itself through being everything already. And totally unknowable and ungraspable. And yeah, it's amazing. And the dilemma with seeking is the seeking is the sought. The seeker is it. The seeking is what's longed for. The seeking is what you're seeking. It's like an infinite spiral that's all the same. It's like can't escape freedom. The dilemma is you can't find freedom because freedom is all there is. And so then there can just be an obviousness of, oh my God, wow, this is it, and there's nothing to get in. And then there can appear to just be like a just like a, everything just is. It already is. It's always been that. And it can be like, oh my God, this is so obvious. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't see this before. It's just this. It's so obvious. It's too easy. It's too simple. And that just spontaneously happens like the stomach growling or a yawn or a dog barking. It's just spontaneous, uncaused, random. And everyone already knows this energetically because it just is already. And even the seeking isn't. The seeking is singular, so it's everything. It's one boundless energy appearing as seeking or resisting. And that's already free. So that's the dilemma, is there is no dilemma. The only problem is there is no problem. It's already done. It's already this. And it's just beautiful. It appears to be like a love story because it's the beloved seeking the beloved, or freedom seeking freedom. And the seeking freedom is freedom seeking, is already free. So there's nothing to get, there's nothing to do, there's nothing, it's nothing. It's nothing happening already. Just as the, like the analogy of this is God dreaming this, it's not really happening, and it's infinite, so it's can be anything. It's not bound. I mean, there's not even a body, there's not even anything in the body. It's just imagined infinite information appearing as bodies, chairs, cups of coffee, rooms, oneness. It's just one, inseparable, not two. Can appear to seem separate when there's a resistance, but even that is not separation. And even no one's doing that. Can't get outside of everything to be an individual. So there already is no me to get free from, or me to dissolve back into the whole. All there is wholeness already. And it's empty, just like these words are appearing and disappearing before you can even grasp. Disappearing as emptiness. There's no one perceiving the thoughts or what's being said. There's no perceiver, there's no subject. Even that's empty. You could say even the sensation of thought is the perception, or which is empty. It's amazing. So this is like the unseeable appearing as seen. Yay, so we can chat about that. Yay. So feel free to unmute, or it's a celebration. Everything's a celebration, even the pain.
So
Even,
I'm noticing my relationships are I'm having a healing occur in my relationships. as I incorporate this more and more into my moment to moment experience. And I just feel a lot more free. And I feel like more free with creative expression.
Mm-hmm.
I've removed like the intensity of right and wrong and consequence off of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's melting. So I just feel a lot more free to explore and just free to let my, the people that I'm in a relationship with, whether it's my partner or family members, just let them be them.
Yay!
And it's just like there's this ease that's happening. And I'm involved in a couple of really exciting projects, and there were moments where the energy's flowing, it feels great, and then something happens, and there's a feeling of constriction, like someone will say something or whatever will happen, and like, oh, and then when I remember, oh, but this is it,
Oh yeah.
this feeling,
Mm-hmm.
like, because normally I've lived life from the vantage point of I gotta go get the thing that's out there, right? Like, and
Mm-hmm.
if I'm feeling that funny feeling, that's impeding me from going to get what I think I gotta go get. But
Mm-hmm.
when I'm remembering, oh my gosh, oh no, no, that feeling, that's it. That's the it.
Yeah.
That's that's I don't know how to say it the way you say it. I'm still learning. However you said it.
Yeah.
How do I say that
Yeah, it's the same
again?
thing. Yeah.
That's what we're looking for. That's that thing, that feeling of stuckness or whatever. That's the thing. I'm just learning to be with that in a different way, and things just start flowing again. I Does that make any sense? That was
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know yet how to really. That's why I love listening to you because you speak it very well and very clearly, and I'm still learning. So that's the
It's
experience.
beautiful. It's all beautiful. Yeah. And I love how the legs are being covered with yellow jackets, so we'll see what's happening. um yeah, there's just that recognition, that obviousness that it's literally everything. It's every sensation is this, is everything, is boundless, total perfection, just energy appearing as this. And no one's doing it. It's all impersonal. It's all spontaneously arising. Like the thoughts are, I mean, you can't even find where they came from. It's emptiness. It's just spontaneously arising from nowhere. And so all of these sensations are spontaneously arising, uncaused, impersonal, for no one already. It's just whatever's appearing to happen is everything. And then there can just be a in loveness with whatever's appearing to happen, because there's no separation. It's not happening to me. It's just appearing, appearing and disappearing. Yeah. No glue, no stickiness, no trying to work it out, or this shouldn't be this way, or this should be this way, or is this because of my past life or my ancestors? Am I getting punished? All those fun. Yeah, and even that working it out is coming from nowhere, from no one, impersonal. If even if that is what's appearing to happen, that is everything. You know, it's so amazing. Can't escape freedom. Yeah, everything's just allowed to be what it is, and it's literal what it is. Like an email, for example. An email is just words on a screen. That's it. No one wrote it. No one sent it. It's just so literal. Like too simple, too easy. Can be easily overlooked by, you know, hiding in plain sight, it being everything. Yeah, the Garden of Eden, the being thrown out of the garden is just it never happened. This is the garden. So even the sensation of being thrown in the garden is the garden. And there can be a looking, um, trying to find something that's not ordinary and thinking it's got to be extraordinary. It's got to be this sensation of bliss or like overwhelming spiritual profound experience, and that's the pretend hide and seek game or whatever. But even that is innocent, even that is no one doing it and freedom appearing as that. So even the everything's the garden already, and it can just be seen that it's just the ordinary conversation with your neighbor about their garden or their what they're having for dinner is the garden. And anything can arise. It's the soup of all emotions. It's no thing appearing as what is it like to be? What is it like to have friends and like pretend to be informed? So there can just be all of a sudden anxiety or all of a sudden sadness for no reason, no cause, no effect, because there's no time, nothing happened before to cause it. It's just appearing randomly, spontaneously, chaotically, and then just disappears like a child throwing a tantrum. Or
See, that's really liberating for me too. I've suffered from depression, apparently, that never
mm-hmm,
happened.
mm-hmm,
But
yeah,
and when those feelings would just sort of again, they would, those feelings would arise out of nowhere.
mm-hmm,
Why do I feel this way all of a sudden?
yeah,
Great to not take that personally now and make a story about it,
mm-hmm.
and just to know, oh, that's it too. That's it too. That's it too. And being with that, and then it just unfolds into the next opening moment. The itch becomes its own scratch.
That's awesome. I like it. Yeah, like Rosa says, the question is the answer.
How,
Yeah,
how are those yellow jackets?
they're just chilling. Yeah, they're being cool. So
Do you have
I'll
a
just
different relationship with nature since coming into this awareness? Or
uh I mean it's just immediate and timeless. So there's no time. Just immediately what's appearing to happen, which is beyond intimacy, you could say, because it's just oneness. So it's not like there's no victim or like, oh my gosh, why did that happen? Um, it's just kind of like the childlike wonder of like, oh my gosh, how magical. How is this appearing? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Because it's obvious it is empty, but appearing full, nothing appearing as everything. And like silence being sound, stillness being movement. It's just, yeah. And free to be, free, no filters. So more like you were saying that you the characters free to be uninhibited or wild or do whatever. There's no like right or wrong behavior or something holding back. And so everyone else is free to be, if there's like someone getting mad or whatever, it's just there can be a subtle joy or a subtle in loveness or being turned on by it or something. It's like and there can be, and it's full on too. So like still gets annoyed, still gets pissed off, all of it, just free, total freedom. And Yeah. Just happening spontaneously. Whoa. Okay, it did feel like it was about to sting.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. Magic show for no one. Puppet show without a puppeteer. No creator, no creation, no source.
I love that this is so beyond my brain to really begin to understand, but yet we strive anyway, and we still try and put words to it, and it's not really possible to put words yet.
Hmm.
I love the playful exploration of,
Yeah.
the attempt, you know,
Yeah.
right? Grok, wrap your mind around the unwrappable.
Yeah. It's
So
so
fun.
cool. Like an infinite riddle that can never be solved. Yeah. It's so funny because this character deep dives all day. It's ridiculous. It's just like revelation, revelation, digging into something else profound, whatever, and it can't stop. It just does it, and no one's doing it. There was even the thought, shut the fuck up, just shut the fuck up, and it's like, oh, whatever, just do it. And then writing about it, and it's funny. It just geeks out on stuff, and no one's doing it. It's just appearing to happen automatically.
It just flows through all throughout the day at random times. It just
Yeah.
comes through. That's exciting.
Well, just like I mean, all bodies, all the stuff that's all right. It's not even happening in the body. Thought this is just energy. It's there's no space or dimension or time or whatever, but each apparent character in the infinite imagination, whatever you want to call it, um, absolute, relative, absolute. It's all on autopilot, you could say, and there's no destiny because there's no time, there's no past or anything that led to this, no cause and effect. So it's just infinite potential arising as information as this immediately. No one doing it. No cause, no one, no purpose, no meaning. It's just appearing to happen. Like a soup of all qualities, or like if you even the idea, which is still just an idea, because everything's just a concept or idea or story of this being God's imagination, which is like infinite potential, which is not real. It's just um, infinite potential arising as thoughts or concepts or ideas or appearances, appearing as table, chair, body, all of that. So there's already no doer, there's no controller. It's just spontaneously, chaotically happening. I like to use the analogy of the dream at night, where it's just happening without anyone controlling it, or you know. So yeah, these digging or whatever appears to happen is just uncaused and it's out of control. Can't do anything about it. Which is the same as like um you know working at a hot dog stand or whatever else appears. Yeah, it's all the same, but can appear different, can appear unique. can appear heavy, solid, can appear ethereal and like you're going to disappear, or can appear real or unreal. And everything's just an idea, like the idea of a world. It's like, show me a world. Where's the world? There's no world. There's nothing beyond the walls in the room. There's no one on the other side of the wall. And if there appears to be a world, it's like a street and a building, or like the whole world is just an idea or a concept in the imagination, an abstraction, which includes all people, and there it's just ideas. No one really exists. Which is total freedom. It's crazy. It's a loss and it's a death, but it's also just total freedom already.
That's what I'm vibing on. It's the total freedom. Total freedom.
Yeah. There can still be arise like a random contracted energy, and that's just no one doing it. It's just comes and goes. And um I love there's no past, so this is just immediate information arising. But apparently in the story, I studied a lot of different philosophies, and there was this Hermetic philosophy in ancient Egypt, and um, there's there were these laws of the universe. They said that the universe is mental, which I would word it differently now. Everyone has their own way of talking about this, which is just infinite unknown energy arising as talking about the unspeakable, which is the speaking. So it's all the same. But um, they talked about the law of polarity, which is like the opposites. So like you can't feel happy if you don't feel sad. You can't feel um, so it's interesting because each one of those is singular. So that it's just happiness. There is no sadness. There's nothing else. That's everything. There is no opposite. But there can be an abstraction of the imagination of referencing sadness and comparing, and that is the rejecting one and pulling in the other is the duality, because it's all, once it's seen by no one, that it's literally everything, and everything is the same balance energy. It collapses all of those polarities. It's like the unification of all polarity. It destroys everything, and it is singular. So the happiness is full on, and that's it. That's everything. There's nothing else. Nothing happened before this. Or sadness, full on. That's everything. Nothing happened before this. There's nothing to relate to, nothing to compare it to. There still is abstracting, but it's not taken seriously, or nothing's real. So it's not, there's no suffering in it. There's no suffering in a comparison or a reject. The suffering is when it appears real and there's a rejection of one, and a being partial to another. And like a yearning for the one that you don't have, or something which is this already, is whatever's appearing to happen already. So then that's, once it's seen that it's even what's being resisted, is everything. That just collapses everything. Yeah. Once it's seen that the polarities are one, are the same, there is no polarity. There is no opposite. And already no one to understand that, or because oneness can't be conscious of itself. So there is no subject, object, or self-consciousness. It's just information appearing as this for no one. So the meaning to something would be infinite potential, infinite meaning arising as particular meaning, which is everything, which is singular. Yay. See you soon. How exciting. It's amazing that you've never had a thought or a fear, and nothing's ever happened, and it's just amazing. And when thoughts arise, it has no power, because it's singular. There's no other, there's nothing.
It's amazing how the the kind of sense or the recognition that like what no one's ever doing anything. It's like that's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
Uh,
amazing.
like
Yeah.
there's because you think okay the heartbeat's beating and it's happening by itself, but even the thoughts they're just happening by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
it is
That's
amazing.
that's like so. It's like okay. This is peaceful.
It is, yeah. There's nothing to worry about. There's no problem to solve. It's just free to be and be what it is.
When you said the only problem is that there's no problem to solve, that is a big problem. The
Oh
only
yeah.
problem is there's no problem to solve because like the world is all about constantly doing something,
Oh, I know.
fixing,
Yeah, that Jim
getting
said that.
somewhere.
Yeah, Jim said that. Yeah, because it's so
Human.
funny too, is that's the only way to appear to exist too, is through problem solving and through worrying and trying to figure something out, or seeking or resisting.
Mm,
Um, because you don't exist. But that is a brilliant way to appear to exist.
mm,
and and even that doesn't exist, which is hilarious, which is the
mm,
comedy. But yeah, when in the story of Jenny, when it was obvious there was no me and there was nothing to hold on to, and it was like the jumping out of the airplane without a parachute, where it was just, oh my God, that was just a story. I never had a life. I was never born. Holy shit. All of this is just a mental fucking construct or concept or idea. And very quickly, it was hilarious. There was this give me a problem to solve, give me something to worry about. And it was so obvious that that's how the illusion was, was energetically making effort to hold on or grasp onto this through the problem solving. And it's a comedy. And there was just laughter because it was too late. It was like, oh my God, game over,
Mm.
It's amazing.
So I guess like in there's just more faith and trust that happens coincident at this, simultaneously. Because like when if you don't trust, like you're always thinking, okay, I need to do this, need to do that, but then there's just naturally just more, you're just like relaxed and
Well,
allowing things to happen.
there's an obviousness that it's not real, not really happening. It's eternal, so you can never die. And you're not finite. You're not um, inside the body or whatever. So there's not being scared of the boogeyman anymore, I guess you could say. Or I mean, faith and trust, it's still unknowable and it's total chaos and it's a total surprise, just like you don't know what's going to be thought in 5 minutes or happen. You don't know what's going to happen. It could anything. So it's almost like there is no nothing to, like Rose says, there is no safety. But at the same time, it's not really happening. No one dies. No one gets hurt. And this is eternal. So yeah, there is a peace or a relaxation because it's not real. It's not really happening. And yeah. Which it already is this. It's already this, whatever's appearing, every sensation that's appearing is this already, not an objective liberation to get in the future. There is no future. This is liberation already. That's the cosmic joke. Is there was nothing to get. There was no me to die or get rid of or a dream to wake up from. And I say obviousness, it actually is already this. So it can also not even be obvious or not even be because there already is no me. There already is. Yeah.
I was thinking about that yesterday. Like the beings who have realized that, then there's like, okay, well, it is the contraction, but when when you haven't remembered that, when it's not felt, then it's like the contraction is you just don't want to feel it. But once you've tasted, like, oh, the contraction is it, then you embrace it, and it's like, oh, this is fine. But when you don't know it, and like you're still like lost, and like you're still looking for home, and you haven't felt home yet, it's like,
And then you
yeah,
realize even the resistance is home, even the everything. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
It's already
but
home, already home.
mm,
Yeah.
mm, that's
I know what you mean. Yeah.
mm,
Yeah. And nothing to get, nothing, no liberation event or there is no liberation because everything is liberation. There is no enlightenment. because everything's enlightenment. So there's no event. There's no, it's already this. Sitting on a chair looking at a screen, that's it. So basic, so ordinary. Um, and that's just how beautiful it is. The pretend game of hide and seek, of hiding in plain sight by already being everything. And it's not some explosive event or some samadhi or elevated sense of consciousness or something. It's just basic, like looking at a screen. This is it. And yeah. So even waiting for an event is already enlightenment. And already is. So I mean it can also not be obvious that there's a energetic shift, or because it already is this. Yeah. That was the dilemma apparently for Ginny in the story, as she was waiting for that ecstasy again or something. And but then it was seen that it's the not ecstasy too.
Mm.
It's everything. Already this. Just sitting in a chair. That's it. Wholeness already.
Are you staying busy like with the, you know, calls and stuff? Are you,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Um talking about this all day is exciting. All day that's not happening. But
Well, it's like a bird singing,
yeah, it's so
isn't it?
fun.
Mm.
And then and then just basic life too, just raising the kids, energy appearing as momming. I have
Mm.
an 18-year-old and a 12-year-old. I homeschooled the 12-year-old.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's lovely.
yeah. And then lots of hiking. Loves nature, apparently. Yeah. What about you? What have you been up to?
Mm. Oh, I've been practicing my like massage more, my energy work, uh,
Beautiful.
which is took a break from school, um, and just, just feeling, just like relax, being on retreat.
Mm-hmm.
I, I
Awesome.
have the grace to do that, and
Yay.
and um, yeah, I mean that's part of like being doing massage and body work.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you have to, to be still.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that comes through the communication. That's kind of, just practice stillness.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just, just for my work, but like it does. Um, yeah. So that's what I've been doing.
Beautiful.
I mean, I had a car accident as well, though.
Yeah, those surprises, everything's a surprise.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's just
Yeah.
let it. Yeah, it's just it's perfect. I don't think, oh shit, what that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, it just happens for no one. spontaneously.
That's crazy.
I know.
But it's really amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing. Like a soup of all experiences and in the imagination, just all one totality functioning as a whole. Everything, just even the tiniest of tiny is everything.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, whatever you look at is the whole itself.
Is everything. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It's
I was just,
amazing.
and like when it's like when you do feel the whole, there's no more seeking. I mean, if you do feel it, if you do, I mean, it's the wholeness is everywhere, but when you do see it, then it's like, um, it's so attractive. You don't need to go anywhere else.
Seeking
You know
just
what I mean?
appears to stop,
Yeah,
and everything just is, which it always is.
yeah,
Just
which
it.
it always is,
Yeah.
even when you feel lost.
Yeah. Even that just is wholeness. Yeah. But yeah, yeah, it definitely everything frees up, you could say, where it's just allowed to be.
Mhm.
And there's not like a desperation of trying to get somewhere. But even that's it too. It just it just keeps eating itself. Yeah. And there can be it's so not real and it's so there is no problem and there can be pretending to have a problem to solve, it's just whatever. Yeah, which is just happening on its own, just spontaneously. No one's doing it. Someone, another speaker was mentioning not having problems to solve and almost got bored of it or something and came up with problems to solve, which was thought was so cute. That was
Yeah,
it.
that
Yeah.
I think I thought about that. So there's nothing wrong with it. Once you know, I mean, once you know, like even the problems are it, then you can like enjoy like anything.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So do you feel like it's just, yeah, like there's just more of a deepening, just constantly just going, or it's because I feel it like after seeing you
Yeah,
after.
it can appear, yeah, it can appear gradual and it can appear as a deepening, even though there's no time and
Yes.
it's just immediate information arising as
Mm.
this. But yeah, it can appear in the story as deepening deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah, it's infinite,
Mm-hmm.
it's boundless. So like, I guess, this love, falling in love is just, it's boundless. It just keep,
Mm-hmm. Boundless, yeah, just
there's no end to it.
yeah. And it's every quality, every sensation, every sound, every Everything felt, every thought free, free to be what is. And so literal too, and simple. So simple. Like seeing like a child. Like the, you know, the, and I love how it's screaming it everywhere already. Like even when I go to the park, the ducks are just going nowhere. You know, they're just randomly walking nowhere. You know, it's just this is nothing going nowhere. It's still but appearing to move and nothing happening.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Which is so free and so in love. And not always intensely in love. It can be very subtle or yeah. And then sometimes can feel overwhelming and like it aches or something. Just with the bedside table or the wall. And then just
Wow.
subtle, but then subtle too, just yeah.
Mm.
And not obvious or not, yeah. Yeah, the relative appears to be like the waves on the ocean change appears to change, but but is the absolute that's unchanging or you know. So that soup of qualities that just appears and disappears is all the emotions, like the actors in a play, the drama of life with all the different feelings and sensations, but there are no actors and there's no one in the audience. But how beautiful. Even the suffering, even the tragedy, it's all a love story. Yay!
Is it time up?
Timeless time's up.
Yeah.
Yay, I love you guys. Mwah. This is
Oh,
so
thank you.
fun. So fun. The next one we'll do 4 p.m. And then I'm thinking about doing an open Zoom as well, which I'll email and let you guys know on the Patreon of
What does
just
open Zoom?
just whoever wants to join from YouTube or
Oh, good.
wherever. Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yay.
Mm. All right, Ginny.
Okay,
Thank
I'll
you.
talk to
Thank
you
you. Thank
soon.
you. Thank
Thank you guys.
you.
Yay. Mwah.
Bye.
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 Bye.